Well, hello everyone. You have right here talk about with the computers here. I have these two computers right here. If anybody asks as to where if you're going to be a student and studying doing computer work such as graphic design or if it's web designing, then you're going to maybe come to the point to where that you're going to have maybe two computers to work with, and then I just want to know, like, yeah, that and a lot of questions are going to be coming up around that time to where that why is it that you got this, or why is it that you got that? Why do you have two computers just to get something done? You would think that maybe all computers did the same thing, but apparently they don't. Not all computers do the same thing. Fortunately, that there are different kinds that you can get, and certain kinds that you can't just do all the jobs like that that you got to perform just on one computer. But especially for one that's new and then one that's old. But other than that, you talk about here with the computer. But I want to show everybody here about this packaging right here, that this right here will be a computer that was delivered to me, after, ordering it online. And I can say that, ordering stuff online, especially through Best Buy or Amazon.com, that's pretty convenient. And sometimes that if the items cannot be delivered, then you can pick it up at the local, office, delivery offices. But I was thinking as to where that, this right here, and I know that, and I can tell anybody here that that back whenever I was much younger, that if you probably say that a box, is it kind of like ordering a pizza? Maybe a little bit, whenever you have a box like this right here, and you want to show your friends, maybe for on your birthday, that you want to show them exactly that if it's all wrapped up and special wrapping, especially if it was a birthday present, and they see a box like that. And I think it is to where that they're going to maybe guess, is it a train set, Lincoln Log set, or if it's paint kit. I'm like, yeah, if you're going to be at a birthday party, and they're going to want to know about what's in the box. But how do we usually handle it to where that an empty box like this? So with this empty box, that what was in this box was a computer, which the computer works great, and but still, that if anybody wonders, is that with that box though, that anything else that maybe you could be doing with the box, and you have right here is a serial number, and yeah, that you have right here is that with this packaging information right here, and you also have right here is the about the serial codes, so stuff like that, but Energy Star labels, and so yeah, that. I know back those couple years ago that they had it to where that if you were to buy a computer, then there would be a lot of times that there was like rebates that would be available, and apparently that rebates a lot of times that they would ask you to it was asked to where to please provide the serial number and the barcode, and so it goes through those steps just to mail in for a mail-in rebate. But I know that I heard it, like say that they don't do that anymore with most of the PC products and anything else, but anything by the requirement to where that that maybe not for the computers, but maybe the webcams or some sort. But you have right here is the computer right here. And one question I did have, for if anybody will wonder, is to where that you opened up the box right here, and I know. For a birthday present, if this right here, that why would you be excited over an empty box? What was in that box that got you all excited? It's kind of like what I'm talking about. Is that the box is empty right now, but of course before anybody is before you get rid of the box and do something with the box, and you're going to go ahead and look on the inside, and you're going to maybe ask the question to where, why is it that, why do they include, why is this stuff included in the packaging? You have right here is, and I can maybe understand a little bit why that this stuff right here is found in the boxes, in the delivery boxes, but I also wonder too, what is this stuff here? What is this stuff here? I'm like, this stuff right here, I see this over there where I work, and a number of other packaged materials that you can get in the packaging that you would see packaging like these gel packs or something like that, and I wonder that about almost anything that comes out of the box, that that you're going to see something like this, and it says, "Do not eat." I guess. Well, what is? And I guess if anybody were to say that you ask the questions, and maybe until you get the responses from the from those factories, the ones who, the people who actually package these packages, packages the items, that they're going to go in and include this right here, and I don't really know if it's really because just to keep the items fresh, or just because the packaging materials that this gel stuff, or whichever it is, to me it looks like dirt packs, just like if you were to empty out a vacuum cleaner and put it in the packaging and then just sit it on the bottom of the box or wherever in the plastic bags. But I wonder that, I've seen these quite a few times, when anything that's packaged or anything that's coming out of the box, big or small packets like these. And I wonder too, that what is the reason to why that these are found in the packaging. And I guess if that maybe that the reason is maybe because the temperature, I guess, for where the package is going to be coming from, that maybe the temperature wise, or I don't think that the packets like these are really used for keeping something from for identity theft or anything like that. But you wonder too that maybe not everything that comes out of the box, of course, comes with what you need, just from your orders. So it's like there are some things that there's going to be asked as to where please remove before you use. And so yeah, that even if you're ordering a wheelchair or a cane online, even if you're having a wheelchair or something for medical needs, even if you're ordering that online, that the things that you would find inside the box that you always wanted to wear, what is the reason? What's the necessary reason to why that this stuff right here is included in the packaging? And so it seems like that, whenever you order something and, the box is empty, but it seems like to where that, whenever you get carried away and you open up the box and then, the TV works or the wheelchair and, whichever it is, it could be maybe a summer play activity, maybe a pool, pool table maybe. I'm like, if anybody say, if you order a pool table online or something, then you might, just put the box aside. But then what is the reason to why that stuff like this is included in the box, in the packaging? And I'm thinking that if anybody really knows the actual answer to why that these are included, it says dangerous, do not eat, but I guess it basically means is toward that before the box is opened, and then it's basically that, it's, for delivery reasons. I guess a lot of it has to do with, for sale, I'm like, for the warehouse sales, before, whenever a box is closed, I guess it basically means is that whenever the box is closed, before it is received, after, before it is ordered, that it's got to be, packaged a certain way, and, so yeah, that it's got to be packaged a certain way. So if anybody wonders, is that packaged a certain way, and that basically means is that before an order is placed, that the number of items that need to be included in the box before it's mailed to before it is ordered. And but on the other hand, that I guess it maybe could be about packaging requirements, and you would think that maybe plastic wrap, bubble wrap, and then foaming materials would be included in the packaging just to make sure that those items are protected. But I also do wonder too that maybe the factory made sense. Factory made sense as to where I guess kind of like dry ice, the things that are packaged in your order, that they say that it needs to remain in there until the box is delivered to that person, to that customer that has ordered as received, and then from there, and then they are asked as to please remove the storage. So yeah, whenever the item is in storage, or before it is before the order is placed, that anything that's kept in the warehouse, factory made, that they're going to go ahead and include packets like these. But I just really think too that how many of us are going to remember each and every time that throw the wrapping away, throw the box away or get rid of the box, discard the box. And so whenever you're mailed something, sometimes that we might forget too that after you take it out of the box, you got to do something with the box, unless if you want to keep it for whatever reason, but do something with the box. And we know that stuff like this, like these little, like the tie wrap, these, you would see some of those, expected, inside of an order of a packet. If it's going to be, yeah, exactly. If it's going to be maybe a new microwave or something like that, that you're going to see something like that, in the box. But I also wonder too that why is it that you see stuff like these? You see items like this in the packaging, and I also wonder too that what is the necessary reason to why it's included? And I also keep thinking too that I guess it's supposed to be like a deodorizer. I'm like, yeah, just to keep that factory brand new scents inside the material. I guess that there's yeah, it may seem dangerous to us. Yeah, I know. It may seem dangerous to some people who don't really know exactly what it is for. I'm like, yeah, that what's in this package alone that's keeping the items from being damaged and keeping them fresh, or maybe something that has to be included before that those items are ordered or something. But that's something to think about also. That whenever you're ordering something from an empty box, that you find a number of things in the box, and a lot of times that I've seen these package materials right here, I'm seeing the packaging. I can understand why these are included in the packaging, just to make sure that the item, while it's in the box, that it keeps it protected. But I also do wonder too that that some of that stuff has to be removed or discarded if it's not being used away from children. But like the plastic bags and these little baggy things, why is it that they include those in the boxes? You know that if the kids are going to be ordering something, maybe from one of the toy stores, and then they're going to go and open a box and then take out the pieces and assembling it and the tools and all that. And then sometimes though that if we're not careful enough and we come up to one of these packets though, and make sure that it's removed, and so yeah, that so I just really wonder too as to where if there's any necessary reason to why that stuff like this needs to be included in a box, is to make sure that for whatever it is, whenever it's delivered and then the package has been opened, that we make sure that there's nothing toxic, like everything is all discarded like it's supposed to. And so that's just a thing. We might think too as to where after we get what we wanted from a box, but then exactly about what's left over, Yeah, what we call the trash items. And with the trash item. For what we call trash items, you see this right here, everybody? Yeah, trash items. We get carried away and we take things out of the bags, but look at those warning signs that we see on the bags here. So whenever we get carried away, it's possible incidents like that maybe could happen. And so that is why that, yeah, whenever we get carried away, that they're going to package certain things, certain items, certain ways, at the factory. But it seems like a lot of times that there's got to be somebody that's always got to remember to where that their job is to make sure that they remove all unwanted packaging, all the trash. I'm like, yeah, whenever you're unwrapping presents, especially around the holidays, that somebody's got to take the job of discarding anything that is dangerous, getting rid of all the trash materials, please remove before you use, and all that other stuff. But I know that that's typical to see something like this in the box, but I also wonder too that exactly why is it that stuff like this is included? I'm like, it's not no salt and pepper or anything like that, or if anything, just maybe paprika or something like that, just to make the food taste better. I'm like, at the time I do wonder too that why is it that that's included in the package. But I'm thinking, I am assuming too that more likely it's because that before whenever those items are packaged, that's their way of how before this item leaves the box, it has to be in good stable condition, and just how things are handled in the warehouses. And so really, if anybody says is that that about how long it take, any answers that you might ask necessarily about that, to where what's the reason about those packagings. But still, a number of other questions too that they talk about packages though. That usually anybody say that I usually just throw it away anyhow. I usually don't. Exactly. After you get a box, after you get a delivery, that what do you usually do with the box, huh? But it's like say that how can you rent a box? You can rent them, but how can you rent a box? Well, why do we have to rent a box, huh? Why do we have to rent a box? But anyway, if it has anything to do with, the box, you can recycle the box, but, you guys send it back to this address. But, if anybody say that, there's any boxes that you can rent, maybe you say, are you talking about the moving boxes? Or are you like... But anyway, a number of other concerns, but making sure that we all have safe, if you're going to get something in the mail by order, just making sure that everything's safe. But it's like if you're happy with what you order, and so far as if you're happy packaging.